Okay, guys, so we are going to go back to Adobe Fresco. We used this app. It's the FR. Just one more time. It's FR. It looks like this, Adobe Fresco. We used it during our digital photography unit. We did a little bit of drawing then. So we're going to use this one to create our new graphic design logo. So I'm going to show you create a new drawing. And this is where I'm going to show you, everything looks a little bit different. They've done an update. Your colors are up here now. And so your color wheel will appear down here. If you want to add a photo, you're going to use that here. Today we're going to learn text. We're going to learn text here, and all of your brushes are here now instead of on the left. So the left here is just used for your brush size and it's your opacity and the flow. That's over here. And like the smoothness and paint inside and out. Like some of your brush controls are over here, but the actual brush is here. Your eraser, your selector, your paint bucket, that stuff is all here. So that's at the top now instead of the left. All right, so what I'm going to tell you guys, here's your brushes. For graphic design, Vector is probably the best brushes because vector brushes can change size without losing resolution. Pixel brushes, they can pixelate if you get them too big. So I'm just going to do the whole thing in Vector. The first thing I want to show you is that I'm going to give myself kind of a background, and then we'll add some text. I'm going to give myself a background. I think I'm going to use, let's see, I really like, I want to do more of like a bluer color, but I want it to be maybe over here. So I'm going to choose my color around the wheel and then choose my intensity of the hue here. So my hue, here's my saturation. It's going to be 100%. So this is your transparency. It's called the opacity. Do yours at 100% because if you do it anything smaller, then it's just not going, like you'll be able to see through it, and it's not really something that's going to look super great later on. So, okay, so I have, let's change my size. I kind of want it to be about this big. And my idea was to do, okay, just so you know, if you want to make a curve, straight curve, you can hold and it will go ahead and make that for you. And then I am going to kind of make it like this. And I want to kind of come in here, erase a little bit, make that real smooth. That's good enough. And I also would like to have a circle here. And I'm going to fill the whole thing in because I want it to look like a painter's palette. I'm also going to, actually, I think I'll go ahead and fill this in here and make that circle with white because I think that'll be a lot easier. Or I can do it, actually, I'm going to do the eraser. Oh, sweet. Okay, not quite there, but a little bigger. Perfect. Perfect circle. Okay. So that's I want the whole thing to kind of look like it's on a painter's palette, because that's kind of where I want my logo to be. I'm kind of artistic, so I was like, I'll do a painter's palette as the background. Now on top of that, over here I have my 2 layers. I'm not sure if you can see that. I'm on the right-hand side choosing between the 2 layers. I want to add a layer. So I'm going to go over here where there's a plus. I'm going to add a vector layer. And I'm going to add text. Text is up here in the very top. I want horizontal type. I'm just going to click here. That's where I want it. And over here you can choose all your texts. I had one here that I wanted to choose. I was going to do a funky one. And I liked one that said, I think it was this one. Yep. I liked this color here. Not really a pink person. Actually, no, I think I'll do greens because green is one of my very favorite colors. Yeah, okay. That's my color. I'm going to go ahead and click on it. I want it to say Silva. So I have my thing, but if you notice it's still pretty small, I can make it bigger here, like by sliding it, or I can just grab it and move it to the size that I want. So I can do it like that. One thing for you guys to also learn is over here, here on where it says VA with the arrow going right and left, I can space my letters out a little bit farther so they're not touching. I can overlap my letters or I can space them out a little bit. That's what I wanted to do, give them just a little bit of space. I think I'll move this over a little bit. I want to align it there, I think right there for now. Okay. And the other thing I kind of was, so I had my 3 symbols were, I do a painter's palette. I wanted to do some flowers because I like nature. And then I thought I would also like to do perhaps like a bicycle wheel or something athletic. So I'm going to add that in as well. So every one of my layers has a purpose. I'm going to add a new layer. And this is where I'm going to add like the bicycle wheel, or I'm going to add my flowers first actually. So the flowers here, we have all these shapes. So I could draw the flowers myself, or I have all these shapes here. So if you go into the shapes, click on libraries. If you don't have any extra ones, you can say add shapes, and I have already added these 3. I've added comics. It'll say add here instead of remove. I added comics, I added typographic, I added floral. So if you go into here and click libraries, if I look at like comics, it has all of these different shapes that you can add in. You might think, oh, that's a fun one, like that one. That could be like a fun, you know, paint splatter on my color palette. I could add that in there, but I wouldn't want it to be the same color because that would be strange. So maybe in like a, maybe in a yellowy color. But see how every time I change my colors, down here at the bottom, my color palette changes because I added a new color. So I can add, you know, if I wanted to add another, maybe you want to add a white one. And I could add it again. And I could change the direction. And I can push done. I can also click on it, move it around, zoom in. And if I wanted to change this one to be a similar size, I can do that as well. All right, and kind of align them around the edge. That looks good. Okay, let's add that. What I really wanted to do was going back here to libraries, back to comics. I wanted a floral one. So there's some flowers that I like in here. I think that's the one I wanted. I had it here kind of at an angle following the curve here. I'm going to also kind of transform it in a second, but I don't want that color. I kind of wanted like a, and I'm not really a pink or purple person, but I thought that looked really nice. So I'm going to push done. But notice that it's on top of the S, and I don't want that. So I was having problems with this earlier today. It did not want to let me change the order of my layers. I don't know why. But if I exit out and go back in, it lets me do it. So, No, here. I just wanted to go. There, now it's on top. But on this one here, I want to change, and I am going to liquefy it a little bit. Oh, wait, I don't want, maybe I just distort it. Oh no. It will let me do that if I want. I kind of just want to curve it a little bit. I could do what's called convert a layer to, and then I can do something like, so I can, if you hold this over here, it makes it round or less round. I don't like that. You can do like this twirl. It twists it for you. I didn't really want to do that either, but it's kind of fun. Cancel. But I could also do, I think what I wanted to do was warp. Just wanted to pull it over a little bit. So you can kind of stretch things as you want or don't want. See if you like it or not. I don't know. The last thing I was going to do, I think I'll do like a bicycle wheel or something. But that, because the requirement asks you to have shapes and letters and also something drawn. And I will add that in as well. I'm going to add that in the next tutorial.